Hey, I'm Cole, and in this video, I'm traveling 100 kilometers down the Grand River from Brantford to Lake Erie, Ontario.
Daydream, I fell asleep amid the flowers for a couple of hours on a beautiful day. Daydream, come and dream amid the flowers for a couple of hours on a beautiful day. I dreamed of the places I've been with you.
Alright, so it's around 9 o'clock on Friday morning, and I just left on my trip. I'm going from Brantford, Ontario, and canoeing all the way down the Grand River to Lake Erie. So it's about roughly 100 kilometers. Gonna try and do about 30 kilometers a day. And yeah, so I'm not too sure where I'm gonna camp along the river. I'm just gonna try and find like a couple cool spots to camp out, do some fishing. Should be a good time. This is the kind of landscape we're looking at right at the start. That's the bridge where I launched from. Got my canoe all loaded up. So I'm about like 5 to 6 kilometers in. It's been about 45 minutes, and just come across this like ruined building or something. I'm gonna go check it out. No idea what this could be. Let's go see. Whoa. It's crazy. Holy shit. Fucking bird. Cool. Kinda looks like there's more of it right here. Let's go check it out. Yeah, so I don't really know what that was, but it's kind of cool. I think there's even more ruins back in there, but I don't really have much time to explore it. But alright, here's the first bridge I'm going under. Not sure what road this is. Yeah, it just started raining out. Well, actually started raining out about an hour ago, and it's just been coming down like steady ever since. But it's pretty warm out, so I got everything all waterproofed, so it's not too bad. Yeah, so it's currently 11:47, and I've made it a total of 15 kilometers. So I'm pretty happy with that. I've been paddling for like 3 hours, almost 3 hours. So I'm making pretty good time. Hoping to be in, I don't know, around Caledonia, which is roughly 30 kilometers. That's where I'm gonna make my camp somewhere. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep paddling along. Current's really started to slow down, but there's still like a little bit of current. The rain is just coming down hard. Oh man, it is still just downpouring. My canoe is actually starting to fill up with water. It's 12:30 and the rain just like isn't supposed to stop. Yeah. Well, it is now 1:00 p.m. I've traveled a total of 23 kilometers. And I'm just stopping for a little lunch break, having some beef jerky and nuts. Yeah, I'm just trying to hide out here under this, I don't even know what kind of tree this is, but it's providing me a little bit of relief from the rain. The rain, oh, fish just jumped. The rain is starting to slow down a little bit. Hopefully it's gonna, it says it's supposed to stop around like 2 to 3, so that would be nice. Coming down good again. Now, I don't know if you guys can see this, but my hands are like just shriveled from the rain. My boat keeps filling up with water. More and more. It's 2 o'clock now, and the rain says it's supposed to slow down at 3, just keeps getting pushed back. So, let's see if that happens. Well, it's 3 o'clock, and I traveled about 30 kilometers, and the rain has not let up like it said it would, and it says it's supposed to keep raining until 4 o'clock now. That's alright though. Put on my raincoat to keep me relatively dry. But just gonna keep on paddling. This is unbelievable. I'm absolutely drenched right now. stowed all my stuff in my boat. Wow. Alright, so the rain finally stopped. Finally. And found a nice little spot to camp here. I'm about maybe 20 minutes to half an hour paddle away from Caledonia. So I'm planning on getting breakfast there tomorrow morning. But here's my little setup. Got my hammock there, and the canoe right here. So it is, I think it's around 6 o'clock. I'm just gonna cook up some dinner. Alright, it's 5:50 the next morning. Had a pretty awful sleep last night, just with the cars going back and forth. But that's right, I'm gonna really start this morning, and might try and stop somewhere in Caledonia to get something to eat for breakfast. If I can find somewhere close by the river. Alright, 6:30. We're starting day 2. It's nice that there is no rain today. They're not calling for any rain either, which is sweet. It's supposed to get nice and warm. No wind. It's beautiful. So yesterday I paddled a total of 40 kilometers. And I think that was in like 8 hours or so. I'm not too sure. But today I'd like to do roughly the same and get somewhere in around Cayuga. It's just an old light post. Looks like, I don't know if this is like some sort of old bridge or something. I don't know. There's like electrical panels everywhere too. Just in the bush. Kind of looks like there used to be some sort of town up here. There's an old swing set right there. It's pretty creepy. Alright, my first portage is just past this bridge. It's to go around a dam. Oh shit. Caledonia Dam. There's the canoe. And that's where I'm walking to. fishermen. Cool little island. Nice swan. Alright, now I think I'm gonna try and find something to eat. So got the canoe docked. So there's this like little bakery, probably like 2 minutes away. Just gonna walk to see if they have any sandwiches. Yeah, so that bakery didn't have any sandwiches or anything, so just got a BELT from the local Tim Hortons. Yep. Now it looks like it gets really shallow in between these piers on the bridge. So I gotta pick the right one to go through. And hopefully it doesn't scratch the bottom of my canoe. We made it. Alright, well, I'm about an hour past the dam, and the river splits into 5 sections here. You can either go here, 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 or here. I think I'm just gonna stay in the middle. It's actually just a bunch of little islands, and one big island, and a little bit smaller of an island. Alright, so I'm coming up on a spot where the current gets a bit faster and the water is a lot shallower, and I kind of got to weave in between a bunch of islands. So I'm just gonna kind of play it by ear, see what water looks the deepest, and just kind of pick that route. Alright, well, I probably about 10 kilometers or so to Cayuga, and it's 12 o'clock. So I might stop there for lunch, get like a sandwich or something, because all I packed were like these energy bars for lunch. I'd rather get, I don't know, something a bit better. So I'll see how long it takes to get to Cayuga. It's 12:30 and I've made it 21 kilometers. Next city to hit is Cayuga. Old abandoned train bridge. Alright, so there's a little trail that leads to the start of this bridge. I'm gonna go check it out. It's a little stuffed animal. It's creepy. Just walked through a ton of spider webs. It's pretty high up. Time to keep going. Another old ass bridge. This one's been recommissioned into a walkway, which is nice. Made it 26 kilometers today. It is just past 1 o'clock and I have just arrived in Cayuga. So I'm gonna stop somewhere and get some lunch and then keep going. It's never felt so good to stand and walk. Yeah, really hard on your back and neck paddling for that long. All right. Now it is 2 o'clock. So I'm gonna paddle for another 3 hours until 5 o'clock. Then start to look for a campsite. And yeah, I'm gonna try and catch some fish tonight. Have that for dinner. So it gives me some time to set up camp and try and catch a couple fish. So I'll see where 3 hours brings me. That'd be a cool spot to pitch a tent right there, right on the tip of that island. Or right there on that one. Or on that one. Would be cool. busy campground. Having troubles finding a spot to stay right now, but we're gonna keep looking. It's 5 o'clock. Alright, it's 6 o'clock. Paddled a total of 42 kilometers today. I think I finally found my campsite for the night. Fortunately, it's right across from the road again. But found a nice spot to hang the hammock across these 2 trees here. I think I'm gonna throw my rod in and start setting up my camp. Alright, for bait we got some 2-week-old, slightly spoiled beef liver. Hopefully it'll add some extra scent, but it is disgusting. Nice. Catfish number 1. Alright, we got the hammock set up. Got a little fire started. It's gonna be kind of tricky to get firewood around here, especially dry firewood. But I think I'm gonna throw the rod back in now, try and catch a couple more fish. Beautiful. Ah, shit. Okay. All right, so these are the fillets we got. Now, get some fish crisp. That oil was not hot enough. Oh my goodness. I must say that fish was an epic failure. I don't really know what I did wrong. I think I didn't have the oil, I think I just didn't have the oil hot enough, because it just kind of tastes like wet fish, like wet bread. I don't know. It's just not good. But whatever. At least I tried. But yeah, At least I know for next time now. Just gonna have like an energy bar or something because I don't feel like cooking another dinner. This is dinner attempt 2.0. 2 Cliff Bars. Should hold me over. Time for bed. Well, last night I had a much better sleep than the night before. It's 8 o'clock, and yeah, I'm just gonna start slowly packing up my camp. Get on the road. It's the last day. Probably only have about maybe 20K left to go, so it's gonna be a lot easier than the past 2 days. I might have some time to fish a bit more too. It's super foggy out this morning. Can barely see the other side of the river. All right, it is 9:45. Got the canoe loaded up. Ready to go. It's gonna be a hot one today. Just gotta let this fog burn off. Yeah, I could imagine this little pond here is just filled with carp. Right now is their breeding season. But it looks really nice. This is a pretty cool part of the river here. So that's where I came from, was down there. And there's a massive bay all along here. And the river continues that way. There's an island right there. You can also go this way. I think I'm gonna go this way. Got a duck blind right here. It's a pretty sweet spot. Some sort of memorial here. It's right in front of another big bay. And then there's the bridge with the dam. I'm gonna try and take this route through here. See if I can find an easier way to get around the dam. Alright, so I'm coming up on the Dunville Dam, and there's probably like 3 or 4 little channels that I can take. There's like the main part, which I'd rather not take, because it's just, I think it's gonna be a longer portage. So I'm gonna check out a couple of the little channels and see which one would be the easiest to cross over, essentially. Alright, so that's the dam right there. Now I'm gonna take a little side creek right here. See if I can cut around it. So this is Bing Campground. Boat launch right there. Then this is where I'm gonna cross over. Essentially, that's where my canoe is. Bringing all my stuff over this road. Right there. Alright, made it around our final portage. That's what the dam looks like. Let's keep going down this little creek. Just coming to the end of this creek here, and that's the other spot that I could have portaged over. But by the looks of it, I'm glad I went where I did. We have a bit more to go. There's another spot I could have crossed over. Come up on a little marina here. Alright, so through here leads back to the main river. And then there's little like channels this way that I'm gonna take because it's starting to get a bit windy out. So I'll be nice and protected in there I think it'll be cooler. Another old duck blind. Alright, so here I'm heading into an even smaller creek from the one I've been traveling on. That's the main river over there. And this is going to be loaded with carp. See if one of these things will bite one of these. Holy shit. There's gotta be like hundreds of them in here. It's a pretty cool building here. Welding, steel sails, and crane rentals. Got some really old ships. Wow. Well, tried fishing for a bit, but no luck, so I think I'm just gonna go for it right to the end. Probably have another like 5K maybe until I hit Lake Erie. Got a massive barge, a couple smaller barges here. Right around this corner is Lake Erie. There it is. There's Lake Erie. Almost there. This barge. Almost there. Oh, we got Little Lady of Chatham, Ontario. And then capsized boat. Kind of looks like it's just cut in half. And a crane. There it is. Look at this, the clear waters of Lake Erie hits the muddy waters of the Grand River. We made it. Well, there it is, the end of my journey. We've reached Lake Erie. It's been quite the adventure. Yeah, so today I did just about exactly 20 kilometers. So overall, it was right around like 100 kilometers total over the 3 days. Had lots of different kinds of weather. Wish it was like this on Friday. It's beautiful out. But yeah, that's the farthest I've ever traveled in a canoe, I think. But not the farthest I ever will travel. Yeah, I got to see lots of wildlife, beavers, water snakes, carp. Yeah, overall it's a pretty cool river. It was nice that I got to stop in between like towns and get lunch like that. It was cool. Alright, I'm gonna go home and have a nice long shower and lay down.